One of my favorite verses in the entire Torah is in the Sixth Parsha. And I'm going to say the verse in Hebrew and then I'm going to translate it. It says, V'tere Leah ki yalda ben v'tomar hapam odet Hashem v'tikra et shmo Yehuda. Leah, one of the 4 mothers of the 12 tribes, she saw that she had a 4th child. And she said, now I shall express my gratitude to Hashem. And she called him Judah. She called him Yehuda. And the obvious question is, why is it now that she expresses her gratitude to Hashem? She already had 3 children, yet she didn't express her gratitude to Hashem. Now she starts to express her gratitude to Hashem. And our sages explain that Leah foresaw with spiritual vision that there were going to be 4 mothers and there were going to be 12 tribes. So if you divide 12 into 4, you're going to get 3 each. So each mother was going to birth 3 of the 12 tribes. And now Leah sees that she has a 4th, and she decides to express her gratitude to Hashem. And she says, now I express my gratitude to Hashem, and she calls him Yehuda, Judah. And obviously we know that Jews comes from the word Judah, the name of expressing gratitude to Hashem. There is a fundamental question that's going on over here. Surely, why is it that all of a sudden Leah is so special that she recognizes her gratitude at child number 4? Surely, if someone expresses gratitude right at the beginning of a child, at the first child that they have, or the first gift that they receive, that is where one should express one's gratitude, not when it gets to a point of like say, oh, now I've received more than my share, more than I expected to receive. And one of the commentators of this generation, the Rosh Hashiva of the Mirror, he said as follows. He said, when we walk around our lives and we compare what we have to what our fellows have, and we see that we have something nicer, something better. For example, if we're working with someone, except I'm the boss and someone is working for me and they receive $30,000 a year and I receive $100,000 a year, I'm working harder, I carry all the responsibility, I carry all the financial weight of the company. I don't necessarily say, oh, I'm so lucky to be able to earn $100,000. I feel like I'm deserving of this, because I put in so much effort, I work so much harder, I carry it, I'm more deserving than he is. Leah comes to this point and she says, when she looks at anyone else different to her, she recognizes, wow, I have something special, I need to express gratitude for the things that I have. It's not a natural thing. We, by default, the human being, by default, goes into a place of when I receive more, when I get a nicer car, when I get a nicer house, when I get more children, or whatever angle it is that we receive more, I have the capability of going shopping or praying more, whatever it is, we don't necessarily see this as a privilege, we almost see it as I'm deserving. Leah's revelation was that the moment she compared herself to anyone else, she recognized, I'm so grateful. I'm so lucky. I need to express my gratitude for the things that I have, which are by default going to be more than anyone else. We're standing here today. I'm over here, obviously, in Home Depot on Black Friday shopping. And I think it's so important for us on, the day after Thanksgiving, this concept of expressing our gratitude, how lucky we are for the things that we have. We're so lucky for the things that we have, and it goes beyond the concept of like the exceptional things that we have, but more just from the perspective of like, I was on the highway and I was getting off the highway and there was someone who getting at the lights and there was someone who was there collecting money at the lights, and like it's freezing cold outside and my car had car, seat warmers in the car, and like, wow, I need to express my gratitude. It's so important for us to walk around expressing our gratitude to Hashem for everything that we have. And that is this concept that we represent as Jews. A Yehudi, a Jew, is by default attaches himself to that concept of expressing gratitude. Expressing gratitude because I recognize that when I get things, they're beyond what I'm deserving. And that is our identity as a Jew. So as we go through Shabbat, you sit around the table with your family. It's worthwhile to like think, what are the beautiful gifts that Hashem has given you? And especially in our spiritual world, because that is what our life is about. Our life is about growing from a spiritual perspective. So think about it. What are those things that I need to express gratitude for? And just be filled with gratitude. When we're filling ourselves with gratitude, we don't complain. We can't find the ability of complaining. I wish you Shabbat Shalom.